This is CTC News with Wesley Qatar, broadcasting from Sint-Eustatius, Dutch Caribbean. Sponsored by UTLNV, Kodo's Purchasing Services, and Duggins Shopping Center.
It's the middle of the week, today Wednesday, August 7, 2013, on the Golden Rock. Good evening, I am Wesley Qatar, and this is CTC News, broadcasting live from CTC Studios at Statius Mall. In tonight's local news, GEC UFA closes CLA via internet, SLAM holds workshops empowerment, leadership, tropic birds monitoring presented in Grenada. Details in local news right after a short break.
In everything we do, there is a risk, and many times our eyes are caught up on the prize. But even though there are risks, there are many ways we can protect ourselves. Be wise with the choices you make. Be smart and protect your choices. Protect yourself.
Oh my yeah, I'll be there, girl, you know I care, girl, cause it's love that we share. I will steer it in the right direction, no have no fear. Oh my yeah, I'll be there, girl, you know I care, girl, cause I care.
CTC News, sponsored by UTLNV, Kodo's Purchasing Services, and Duggins Shopping Center.
For the first time ever, a collective labor agreement was closed via internet between management of General Electric Company in Sint-Eustatius and United Federation of the Windward Antilles. The signed documents for a new CLA for GEC's workers in Statia were exchanged in Tampa, Florida by GEC's Larry Davis and UFA General Vice President Irwin Jack. On Thursday, a similar exchange of documents took place between GEC Superintendent Jose Rodriguez and Jack in the presence of shop steward Fitzgerald Peters and negotiation team member Motiram Rambarat. The negotiations for a new CLA, which took place via the internet and telephone, have been ongoing almost 1 year and already started before the term of the previous agreement had expired. The new CLA was reached 7 months after the expiration date of the former agreement. The new CLA, which will be valid for 3 years, includes an 18% salary increase across the board for all employees. Workers will also receive retroactive payments on overtime rates. The workers, however, did not obtain everything they had hoped for, Jack said. Rodriguez said he was happy they had reached an amicable agreement. New political party, Statia Liberal Action Movement, or SLAM, organized a workshop on Friday on empowerment and leadership for women at the auxiliary home. The workshop, which was facilitated by Wichnar Mentor, especially targeted young women in Statia. SLAM leader and Island Council member Millicent Liverock Marsden believes all individuals must be afforded the opportunity to fashion their own lives and grow to the limits of their own potential. SLAM believes in promoting an equality of the human condition, equality in employment, education, and training, regardless of gender or background, said Liverock. The turnout for the workshop, however, left much to be desired. Nevertheless, SLAM will continue to play a pivotal role within the community in terms of teaching the people to fish instead of giving them a fish, it was stated. The SLAM leader wanted to remind the people of Statia that the first consequence of freedom is change. Change is never easy, but when that change comes, it behooves us to be open-minded. The time has come for a change, and change begins with oneself, Liverock stated. Liverock said there will be more workshops to empower and stimulate citizens in the future, and SLAM looks forward to more participation, she concluded. And finally, National Park Ranger of Sint-Eustatius National Park, Stenapa, Hannah Madden, presented the results of this year's Red-billed Tropic Birds Monitoring Project on Statia at the Seabird Symposium held on the final day of the Society for Conservation and Study of the Caribbean Birds regional meeting in Grenada. Over 200 individuals, including the 165 delegates from 37 countries, attended the conference held at St. George's University campus from July 27 to July 31st, under the theme Bird Conservation in a Changing Climate. The meeting was to provide participants with an opportunity to share information and dialogue about the science, management, education, and community outreach and engagement needed to conserve Caribbean birds and their habitat, especially under the threat of climate change. Key presentations, developments, and outcomes of the meeting, included reviews of the effects of climate change on biodiversity conservation in the Caribbean and mitigation strategies, and a workshop on building and expanding the Caribbean Birding Trail, an effort led by SCB to connect many countries, islands, and languages in a pan-Caribbean birdwatching interpretive trail. Society members also reviewed new 5-year strategic plan that proposed far-reaching changes to its structure and work program. Key elements of the new strategic direction include rebranding of the organization and a strengthened approach for working with and through regional partners to promote conservation of birds in their habitats. Madden's travel to Grenada was sponsored by New Star, who also provided additional funding for the purchase of field cameras and a laptop that were used throughout the field study. Delegates were treated by SCB to a midweek field trip to visit various bird watching sites and areas of cultural and natural interest. Madden is working closely with the SCB to follow up on this year's Tropic Bird Project. The results were encouraging with apparent high fledgling rates. 3 of the 5 nesting sites studied revealed, however, egg losses of around 50%, the cause of which will need to be further investigated during the 2013 to 2014 season. The final report is being prepared and will be completed by September. Coming up next in regional news, DAE calls airport position unjust, accuses La Vega of acting unethical, Harris versus Douglas. Details in regional and later international news right after this.
Thinking about building your home or business? Well, you can check us out at CT Creativity. Here we can design or take your design and ideas and add our touch of creativity to architectural drawings and details which will build your future home or business. At CT Creativity there are 2 options. Option 1, our basic prints, which includes all floor plans and details with 3D views of the exterior. Option 2, our advanced prints, which includes all floor plans, details, 3D views of the exterior and interior with realistic pictures of the entire property, giving you a direct look into your future. Give us a call at 318-1627 or 318-4664. CT Creativity, where creativity stands out.
CTC News, sponsored by UTLNV, Kodo's Purchasing Services, and Duggins Shopping Center.
Welcome back to those of you just joining us. We have reached our regional and international segment for this evening. Dutch Antilles Express has referred to the position taken by Princess Juliana International Airport operating company PJAE as unjust and unethical in relation to its debt to Princess Juliana International Airport, also St. Martin Airport. In a strongly worded press release on Tuesday, DAE said Airport Director Regina La Vega had decided that she wants DAE to pay immediately an old debt the company has with St. Martin Airport. Airport Corporate Communications Specialist Khalifa Hinkson said in an invited comment that DAE had not complied with previous agreements and could not even stick to its own proposal made just last week. The airport also released a statement in reaction to DAE's release. DAE said St. Martin Airport and DAE had come to an agreement on May 29, 2012 to pay off an old debt incurred by the former DAE management, which the airport had not collected at that time. The current DAE management agreed to pay the old debt in 36 installments. Based on this, DAE reduced this debt by more than 310,000 guilders, paying 13 installments. DAE said it wanted to maintain the former agreement. The airline said it could not comply with the demand imposed by a monopolist that could not pay. DAE said it would continue to deliberate with the competent authorities in St. Martin to reach a just agreement to continue serving the loyal passengers to and from that destination and avoid having to stop serving the St. Martin market. The airport said in a statement on Monday night that crucial talks it had been having with DAE had broken down Monday afternoon when DAE Planning Director Stephen Slope had gone back on the proposal submitted to the airport just last week. The deal breaker was the amount DAE honestly could commit to paying monthly in settlement of its large outstanding amount with the airport, the statement read. In the meantime, DAE employees are yet to receive their salaries for the past month. Media reports quoted Slope as saying that DAE had been doing everything to pay the personnel and creditors. Slope could not say when exactly, but said he expected the payment would be arranged one of these days. Further in regional news, the sacked government minister had threatened to take legal action against Prime Minister Douglas for accusing him of pilfering monies that were to be paid to sugar workers in 2006. Dr. Douglas said on a recent political platform that persons should ask Dr. Harris the whereabouts of some $16 million earmarked for payment to sugar workers after the closure of the industry. He claimed Dr. Harris had taken the money and deposited it into a bank account in St. Martin. Dr. Harris had pointed out that there was not involved in the dispersal of monies, as former Labour Party Minister Cedric Liburd was the Minister of Agriculture then, and Douglas was the Minister of Finance. Before God and man, my hands are clean, Dr. Harris has repeated during subsequent public meetings. On Wednesday, July 31st, Dr. Harris told a large crowd at a PLP meeting in Molineux that Dr. Douglas had tried to impugn his character but did not know how to wriggle out of this one now that the facts showed Dr. Douglas and Cedric Liburd were the ones responsible for payment of sugar workers. Dr. Harris also pointed out that Dr. Douglas said he borrowed $44 million for the sugar workers, but the budget showed only $28 million was paid out. He highlighted the fact that the Prime Minister claimed he had paid out all the monies to the workers, but yet was now admitting to missing sugar workers' monies. On one hand, he said he paid out all, and on the other, Timothy has some somewhere, but you know what happened. I took the case to a lawyer. I took Douglas and Nigel Carty to a lawyer. It's full time I should have done to it, the minister said. Dr. Harris said he was thought exchanging rhetoric was his former cabinet colleagues, and they should now argue the case in a court of law. He said he had retained local counsel as well as Queen's counsel from Antigua and Barbados. He did not say when he expected court papers to be filed. On Monday, Dr. Harris told Keon residents that under a unity government, those former sugar workers who were shortchanged their severance monies would be paid what was owed. And now in international news, first study of human transmission of new bird flu raises worries. The first scientific analysis of probable human-to-human transmission of a deadly new strain of bird flu that emerged in China this year gives the strongest evidence yet that the H7N9 virus can pass between people, scientists said on Wednesday. Research published in the British Medical Journal analyzing a family cluster of cases of H7N9 infection in eastern China found it was very likely the virus transmitted directly from the index patient, a 60-year-old man, to his daughter. Experts commenting on the research said while it did not necessarily mean H7N9 is any closer to becoming the next flu pandemic, it does provide a timely reminder of the need to remain extremely vigilant. The threat posed by H7N9 has by no means passed, James Rudge and Richard Coker of the London School of Hygiene and Tropical Medicine said in a commentary in the same journal. The scientists who led the study stressed, however, that the virus has not yet gained the ability to transmit from person to person efficiently, meaning the risk is very low that it could cause a human pandemic in its current form. The new bird flu virus, which was unknown in humans until February, has so far infected at least 133 people in China and Taiwan, killing 43 of them, according to the latest World Health Organization data. Most cases have been in people who had visited live poultry markets or had close contact with live poultry in 7 to 10 days before falling ill. The BMG study, led at the Jiangsu Province Center for Disease Control and Prevention, analyzed a family cluster of 2 H7N9 patients, a father and a daughter, in eastern China in March 2013. And that was it for our news stories for this evening. Stay tuned for local weather updates right after a short break.
Thinking about building your home or business? Well, you can check us out at CT Creativity. Here we can design or take your design and ideas and add our touch of creativity to architectural drawings and details which will build your future home or business. At CT Creativity there are 2 options. Option 1, our basic prints, which includes all floor plans and details with 3D views of the exterior. Option 2, our advanced prints, which includes all floor plans, details, 3D views of the exterior and interior with realistic pictures of the entire property, giving you a direct look into your future. Give us a call at 318-1627 or 318-4664. CT Creativity, where creativity stands out.
CTC News, sponsored by Butel NV, Kodo's Purchasing Services, and Dugging's Shopping Center.
And now for your 3-day weather forecast, we'll begin on station Sabre. Tonight, Wednesday, August 7th, scattered showers, temperatures of 88 degrees Fahrenheit, 30% chances of rain with the winds east-northeast at 19 miles per hour. Tomorrow, Thursday, August 8th, scattered showers, temperatures of 85 degrees Fahrenheit, 30% chances of rain with the winds east at 19 miles per hour. On Friday, August 9th, scattered showers, temperatures of 85 degrees Fahrenheit, 60% chances of rain with the winds east at 19 miles per hour. We now move over to St. Martin. Wednesday, August 7th, scattered showers, temperatures of 88 degrees Fahrenheit, 30% chances of rain with the winds east at 13 miles per hour. On Thursday, August 8th, scattered showers, 87 degrees Fahrenheit, 30% chances of rain with the winds east at 15 miles per hour. Then on Friday, August 9th, scattered showers, temperatures of 86 degrees Fahrenheit, 60% chances of rain with the winds east at 14 miles per hour. That concludes another edition of CTC News Live. Join us again on Friday as we continue to bring you the latest in local, regional, and international news. Until next time, do have a good one.